Greetings and a pleasant afternoon to the people of Calamba proper. I say with a deep sense of sadness in my heart that we are facing battles as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. A global concern that most governments implemented closures in almost everything: schools, establishments, roads, and our own homes. Recommended measures were taken such as social isolation, social distancing, wearing of face masks and shields, frequent washing of hands, disinfecting, avoiding social gathering, and staying at home. The situation is overwhelming and scary, but it is natural to feel scared and anxious, a normal reaction to the state of crisis and uncertainty. What is happening today in this generation is but a leap of change from what it ought to be normal. Thus, we are into what we call the new normal. It is a leap of great change that needs a huge leap in faith, determination, and commitment. The Barangay Calamba Council and the barangay functionaries continue to deliver basic services to the constituents. Amid stress, pressure, and the risks that this pandemic might do to us and to our families. We know that we are most vulnerable to be infected by this deadly virus, but we have accepted this challenge for the greater good of Barangay Calamba proper. The commitment of Calamba proper never faltered, and to give more insights on the unwavering cess to provide the services and assistance to the constituents, join me in looking back to what we have accomplished so far, the ongoing projects, and the plans to be implemented soon. Let me start with the health sector, which is a top priority at present. To be able to give responses and initiatives for COVID-19 crisis, the Barangay Council has to realign funds to make purchases. COVID-19 response and initiatives. Purchase of 2,668 sacks of rice, a total of 26,680 kilos. Every family household received 5 kilos of rice during the implementation of ECQ. Purchase of medicines and vitamins. COVID-19 hygiene kits. Additional purchase of 681 sacks of rice. Issuance of quarantine passes during lockdown. Construction of isolation facility. Purchase of materials, items for isolation facility, folding beds, tables, bed sheets, pillows, etc. Distribution of vegetable seeds and gardening materials. Distribution of food packs for house lockdown for identified COVID-positive families in the barangay. Disinfection services to schools and houses. Barangay Calamba proper catered to the DSWD Social Amelioration Program or SAP to more or less 15,667 beneficiaries. We provided the venue for the payout activities, manpower and food for DSWD personnel. Strict COVID-19 health protocols were properly observed. Installation of checkpoints from different areas of the barangay as per Executive Order number 62 issued by the city government. The barangay health workers, nutritionists assisted by the Purok leaders conducted the following: health and nutrition, supplemental feeding for the identified undernourished children, sabayang patak kontra polio, anti-measles immunization, anti-rabies immunization for cats and dogs. Under peace and order, conduct of roving during coffee hours, violation of liquor ban, and other related violations. Anti-drug abuse, 8 bypass operations from January to present. Women and children, Barangay Council for the Protection of Children, conduct of comprehensive barangay profiling on children. Executive Order Number 3, Series of 2020, reorganizing and reconstituting of the BCPC. Conduct of quarterly meeting of the BCPC. Purchase of the following BCPC equipments: DSLR camera, desktop computer, printer with scanner, laptop, and water dispenser. Conduct of Bata Sikat Ka, an online talent competition in the celebration of the 28th National Children's Month. Violence against women and their children desk. 6 reported cases of violence against women and children from first to third quarter of this year. Infrastructure projects. Barangay Development Fund projects. Improvement of multi-purpose hall at Purok 16 worth 3.1 million under BDF 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. Improvement of satellite multi-purpose hall worth 1 million under BDF 2019. Construction of drainage at satellite multi-purpose hall worth 600,000 under BDF 2019. Concreting of road at Magnolia Street, Sunnyvale Subdivision worth 500,000 under BDF 2019. Improvement of multi-purpose hall at Salaruha Village, Purok 21 worth 606,814.40 pesos under BDF 2020. Road concreting at Purok 24, New Washington Village worth 600,000 under BDF 2020. Road concreting at Purok 18 worth 650,000 under BDF 2020. Road concreting at Purok 62 worth 700,000 under BDF 2020. Road concreting overlaying of pathway at Talomo Central Elementary School worth 500,000 under BDF 2020. City-funded projects. Improvement of drainage at Purok 52, Cordillera Street, Central Park Subdivision worth 22 million. Road concreting at Teachers Village entrance, Phase 1 to Phase 2 worth 1.2 million. Construction of gabion at Purok 61, Bulusan worth 4.5 million. Department of Public Works and Highways funded projects. Road concreting from Salakot to Barangay Hall worth 13 million. Road concreting at Purok 65 and Purok 71 worth 30 million. Construction of gabion at Purok 48 worth 14 million. Construction of gabion at Purok 11, 12, and 14 worth 67 million. Construction of flood control at Purok 46 and Purok 46B worth 35 million. Construction of flood control at Purok 45 worth 20 million. Improvement of multipurpose building and drainage at Purok 16 Barangay Hall worth 7.8 million. Construction of coastal road at Barangay Calamba proper worth 20 billion. Construction of gabion at Purok 37 and 44 worth 50 million. Comprehensive drainage system inspected by DPWH. Road concreting with drainage at Mountain View subdivision worth 5.2 million. Barangay supplies and equipments. Purchase of 4 units stand-type aircon. Purchase of 5 units solar LED street lights. 3 units laptop, executive tables and chairs. Barangay vehicles, dump trucks, Kia vehicles, multi-cabs and motorcycles. Under Barangay Disaster Response, purchase of emergency response vehicles, purchase of BDRRMC supplies and equipments. By Purok Disaster Preparedness Orientation, active response and monitoring during flash flood incident, cash assistance to the victims of recent flash flood incidents, WATSAN or water sanitation training November 7 to 8, 2020 at Red Cross Davao City Chapter. Swift water training at Mandog by Red Cross Davao City Chapter. Ongoing training, basic ambulance operation course. We also catered free transportation services for dialysis patients. Sangguniang Kabataan. Purchase of basketball rings. Fiberglass basketball boards. Food assistance during lockdown. Distribution of hand washing stations to schools. Distribution of hygiene kits. Purchase of medicines. Purchase of PPE supplies. Rubberized painting of barangay gym and installation of LED lights. School supplies. Under senior citizens and PWD, distribution of face shields and face masks to senior citizens. 100,000 cash incentives from DSWD to Mrs. Eleuteria Nara for reaching 100 years old. Distribution of food packs for persons with disability day. The fear for this virus has not triumphed our desire to make our barangay free from this pandemic. Efforts for prevention, testing, contact tracing, isolation, quarantine, and treatment have been made by the government. And we at the barangay level are the implementers and servants in action. As what our dear City Mayor Inday Sara Duterte said during her State of the City address last November 16, 2020, and let me borrow her words, and I quote, "We Davaoeños, we will not break. The debts, the pain, the debts, and the frustration are sent our way to change us into Davaoeños, who look at dark clouds and see it as the silver lining." With these words to ponder, we, the good people of Calamba proper, adhere and are committed to self-efficacy and to come out strong against the foreseeable changes and effects of the coronavirus in our near future. We will not succumb to the weaknesses, but instead move forward and adopt the new normal way of life. Daghang salamat.